Teddy bears and flowers mark the spots where Kiara Taylor and Shanna Witts lost their lives in a wreck. It's been over a month since the two lost their lives, but a question still remains in many people's minds. Whatever happened to the black SUV that witnesses say caused the wreck?
That's the big question and still needs to be answered. That's the individual or individuals that we need to contact.
This is where the fatal accident happened. The driver of the black SUV hasn't been seen since, which leads some people to wonder, did he know he caused the accident, but just didn't stop?
One of the witnesses told us that the driver actually stopped, looked, and then left the scene. So if that account is accurate, obviously that person would know.
Jackson Police Department Assistant Chief Lee Van says the longer they go without a person of interest, the harder it would be to solve this case.
The fact that we haven't found them yet, and obviously the more time that goes by, the least likely that we are to find them.
Chief Van says he's going to stay on top of things.
I don't ever like to give up. We won't ever say the case is closed. We will constantly be looking for information and encouraging this individual to come forward.
Mary Witt, Shanna Witt's mother, says she hasn't really thought much about the person responsible for causing the wreck.
I have been so busy, I guess you might say, trying to take this thing one day at a time. I really haven't thought about that person.
To my opinion, he needs not to be on the road again. His license needs to be taken, and his insurance card needs to be taken, and he needs to be walking or riding a bicycle.
As for now, both families say they'll treasure the last moments they shared with their girls.
I always called her, and I called her baby girl. I said, "How are you doing?" She said, "Granddad, I'm doing fine." I say, "Do you need anything?" She said, "No, sir, Granddaddy." So after we finished talking, I said, "Well, Kiara, I love you, Kiara." She said, "Granddad, I love you too." And I will never forget that voice.
The last thing I remember her seeing is running back to the car with her. She had a cap on her head, ponytail sticking through, waving and smiling. That's the last, and I feel like the Lord allowed me to see that. That's the last image I have of her.
In Greenville, Adrian Pittman, WXVT, Delta News.